the Evergreen Media Network Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Treasure Coast Connector, connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. Treasure Coast Connector is the talk show, an online community where we put a spotlight on interesting local businesses and resources, then connect them to you, the consumers in the community. Everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do, and when we learn about what's happening in our own backyard and support local businesses, it strengthens the local economy. For details on the show, links to discounts, promos, past interviews, visit www.tcconnector.com. So there's a lot of information in the news about infrared technology, which is also known as infrared therapy or red light therapy. And there's so many health benefits attributed to it. And joining me back in the studio again is Tricia Snow, and she's the founder of Vero, and she's here to talk about infrared therapy and how she helps her clients. And she's also here to talk about an event that she has coming up. So welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, as you can tell. I like wiggle in my seat and everything because I know all about this, but I'm going to pretend like I don't.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a ton of questions. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, very good. But before we talk about red light therapy, what made you, because you have actually a very extensive business background, finance, banking, a whole slew of things in business, what made you want to enter the health and wellness industry?
So it really started with my kids. I got into trying to help them without antibiotics and that kind of thing. But if you fast forward, when I was working in corporate banking, I was suffering from some menopausal issues. I couldn't lose weight. I couldn't sleep. All of a sudden I had anxiety. I had never had anxiety before. So in learning how to deal with those issues, I've been on this journey for 8, 9, 10 years now, just personally. And I've just learned so much. And I really like infrared because it has so many health benefits.
Wonderful segue to the next question. For those that are not aware, what is red light therapy? And then you can go into the benefits.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So red light therapy, and in particular, my system, you have near infrared, you have far infrared, and then you have regular red light. Some machines have one or the other. Mine actually has all three. So you're getting all three benefits. The most health benefits really come from near infrared light. And so that is just a great way to excite the cells. It creates additional energy with ATP. So the red light goes into the cell, it excites the mitochondria, and then that mitochondria opens up those cells and helps to drain any toxins, including fat.
I like that a lot. And we are definitely going to go into that in and of itself. But like ATP and the mitochondria, that's like the fuel portion of our cells. So basically we're energizing our cells. Is that correct?
Exactly. Not only are we getting more energy from the red light, but like I said, it's draining those toxins. So when you get, I always tell people when they I go, it's like having the light of Jesus shine on you. When that red light hits you and it turns on, you just feel, after you get off, you just feel like you're glowing. Your skin feels better. You're creating more collagen. You have more energy. Even your mind feels better. And we also support that with, with the brain tap and brain training.
Yes.
So it just gives you an overall good feeling, but it's really doing a lot of work inside your body without you actually having to do any work.
Yes, and it feels wonderful. So it looks very sciencey. It is very sciencey. But when someone goes through and they're done, you feel very pampered.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's our goal.
Yeah, I actually fell asleep towards the very end. And then I think if I recall, I kind of rudely, when you re-entered the room, I asked you to please leave and close the door.
Right. People usually want more.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really quite nice. And then of course I had the earphones, and then that music, and then the guided meditation. And when it ended, I was like, wah, wah. You know? Yeah. But okay, so now this is a two-part question. So the first part is, who is this ideal for? And conversely, is there anyone that it maybe shouldn't have red light therapy?
Sure.
So let's talk about the first. Who is it ideal for?
I have used this on my grandchildren all the way up to senior citizens. I feel like the sweet spot, especially for women who are in menopause or even perimenopausal that are struggling to lose weight, it will go ahead and help them to move that along. Mm-hmm. They get stuck. They lose 6 pounds, then they gain it right back.
I was only waving, not at you. I'm like
Oh, okay. I was
saying, no. I'm looking at the camera, going, it's me.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. So that's a sweet spot. Mm-hmm. But I also, I have people coming in for pain relief. It really, really helps to not only shrink the inflammation, but get the circulation going. And we use it in conjunction with other therapies like PEMF, again, the brain training, and that can also be used for pain relief as well. So there's a lot of benefit to both sides, but then there's also the skin. We just got the RF Secret, which is a radio frequency microneedling machine. And then we use the red light to not only heal that, but to help pump up the collagen and fill up your, wrinkles and get those looking softer and, less defined.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to get into, as a matter of fact, on your website, when people go to redlightweight.com, although this is more than weight loss, but redlightweight.com, it says that this is a place for weight loss, pain relief, and facial rejuvenation.
Exactly.
Love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about on the flip side? Is there anybody that maybe, shouldn't have red light therapy?
So anybody with any kind of light sensitivity, I would want them to check with their doctor first. Also, if you have a medical implant.
Oh, okay.
So, anything that's clicking inside of you that is working like a little machine to help you, we really don't want to approach that situation without a clear okay from the doctor.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, fair enough. And that's a good thing to know. So now I, again, know from firsthand experience how amazing it is, but I'm going to pretend like I've never had the experience, and I want you to walk the people that are watching and listening, because there's 3,842. We're live. Okay. Don't let that intimidate you, because at least half of them are desperately trying to get to see you. I could feel it through the airwaves. Okay. So now walk us through the process of somebody comes to see you for the very first time. What can they expect?
So if they're coming for weight loss or pain relief, we're going to go through the reasons that they're there and find out if we can meet their expectations. With the weight loss counseling, I really try to find out what you've done before that either didn't work or work, what kind of supplements you're taking, what kind of medications you're on, because sometimes that can be an issue. Oh, yeah. So there's a lot of counseling involved. I find out what your goals are. Do you have any events coming up, like a wedding, an anniversary dinner, a cruise, all of these things, or you just want your clothes to be a little bit looser? So we go through that, and the interview can be anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. I have people that have quite an extensive history.
Yeah, sure.
So I want to know that information. Once we get through that, then we put you on the table. You're going to have the red light pads are completely flexible. So a lot of people are familiar with red light beds, and they're great. But they're a hard surface and they don't touch every area of the skin. My pads are really flexible. So when you lay on the massage table,
I was going to say, this is very soft. I know we're saying massage table, but I want people to understand it feels almost like a bed.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
Very comfortable.
Yeah, it's just like a bed. It's all padded. Pillow. Yeah, you get a pillow. And then we take the pads, which are completely flexible, and we wrap them around your body. You're going to lay on a couple. on your back and underneath your legs. And then we're going to take those, wrap them around, and then we're going to put others on top. So you're completely surrounded by the red light pads. Once you get all set up there, then I've already interviewed you. I know what your goals are. Then I can put on the brain training and the brain tap. That will help to enforce the goals that you want to move towards. And so that kind of reinforcement, it often puts people to sleep. It makes them think, it touches them. I had a young lady on my table the other day, and she was going through something, and I asked her, what are you going through? And I was able to pick out a program. And when I came in, she goes, that just touched me so much. She goes, I really needed to hear that. So there's a lot of emotional support with that as well. You lay on the table anywhere, typically for weight loss, it's 20 minutes. Sometimes it can be 30 or 40 if it's a pain issue. If you get to 40 minutes, it's going to be warm. And snuggly.
But not uncomfortable at any point.
No, not at all. And then once you're off the table, I come back in, I wake you up typically, because I would say 95% of the people fall asleep. And then you'll have a nice ice cold washcloth to cool down with. You're going to get cleaned off if there's any kind of sweat, which there rarely is. And then you can put on your clothes and be comfortable. Once that's finished, then you're either going to go to the vibration plate for lymph stimulation, or you're going to go over to the beamer for PEMF therapy for pain relief. And that's why are you laughing?
The vibration plate was fun. I had no idea what to expect, and I'm just like my whole body. And I was standing there and I was holding on. But then I was like, oh, and then I let go, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to fall off because you're not really quite sure. And then the next day, I was like, I feel like I've had a workout.
Right.
You know, I felt like my muscles, I was not sore at all, but it felt like I had gone for a walk on the beach or something. Like I felt.
It creates tension.
Yeah, but not bad. But I was like, because you see the calorie thing, and you're like, I'm not really sure about that part of it.
Right.
So I probably could have had a chocolate sundae.
Right.
The next day.
And so the everybody, as soon as they get on the vibration plate, they're like, I have to go to the bathroom because their lymph system is dumping out that excess water and moving things through. And that a lot of times is why perimenopausal or a menopausal woman has difficulty losing weight, is because they're stagnant. They're stagnant in their liver, they're stagnant in their lymph system, and we have to get that moving.
I can't believe that we have to take a break. But I know, Cindy's like, I know. She doesn't want to either, but we are, and we will be right back because we have a lot more to discuss about infrared with Red Vero when we return. Stay tuned.
Advertising is essential. You've got to make people aware that you're there. We can do that with a cohesive marketing campaign from Evergreen Media. Based on your business goals, we'll create a mix of digital advertising on social media sites like Facebook, video advertising on streaming sites like Hulu and Paramount Plus, and supplement them with local TV and radio ads. Build awareness, educate, and inform the public with a cohesive marketing campaign by Evergreen Media. Check out egreenmedia.com or search online for Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Is owning a home your goal? With the rising cost of rent, you could be saving a lot of money by owning your own home. At Caliber Home Loans, we can help make homeownership a reality. Meet with us for a free consultation and get on the right path to buy the home of your dreams. For Caliber, home loans is all we do. We use local appraisers and offer a variety of loan options to fit your lifestyle and budget. Call us today, 844-GO-CALIBER, license number CHL15622, Caliber Home Loans, TreasureCoast.com.
Waves Auto Spa, known as Vero's fastest and finest. A car wash known for their quality equipment and attention to detail by a friendly and courteous staff. Waves offers soft cloth technology, and a top-notch detail center will help preserve the value of your car. Waves now offers windshield chip repair, and in most cases, it doesn't cost you a dime. Spend less time and get a better quality experience for you and your car at Waves Auto Spa, US 1 Vero Beach, across from Kmart Plaza. Open 7 days a week.
It's It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I'm here with Tricia Snow of Red Vero. This is a wonderful new spa in Vero Beach. We didn't even talk about, we said redlightweight.com in the first half, but you are located within Kramer Wellness at 1850 43rd Avenue, Suite 4 and 5. And you are there Monday through Thursday.
Correct.
Okay, very good. And the phone number, because we can, Cindy's going to put it up there so I can read it. Yay! 772-325-1632.
Correct.
And the reason that this is very important is gala season is upon us. Wedding season is upon us. And all of these ladies out there, I myself have a dress, we talked about this on the break, sitting in our closet. We are just a few pounds away from being able to wear it gloriously and beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're a few pounds off, what do we do about that?
So if you're a few pounds off, then you can go with a much shorter amount of sessions. If you're eating right and you're doing those things that you need to do, but you just can't get the scale to move. A lot of times the scale is a liar too. So
of course it is.
Yes.
Thank you for confirming that. Gosh, I had a feeling.
So you can be gaining muscle and losing weight, but you can't tell it on the scale. So we can do measurements and that kind of thing. But for something like that, you can typically lose that weight within 5 to 10 sessions. It depends on how stagnant you are.
Okay.
Our maximum package is 20 sessions, and we typically say you can lose 20 pounds.
20 pounds, 20 sessions. Now, are they coming in once a week, or is it?
Twice a week.
Twice a week,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so over 10 weeks. And so you can either come in Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday are my late nights. That's when I can stay for the people that work and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, it's only about an hour once you get through your initial consultation. The initial consultation can take an hour or 2 because I'm a talker. But after that, it's typically an hour.
Yeah.
Unless you're having issues, and then we'll spend some time going over what you're doing and what you need to do and that kind of thing.
And what I love is that you have a special on your website, redlightweight.com, and that initial consultation has been reduced to $49.95.
Yeah, so typically a single session with the consultation and everything that you get with it is well over $300 if I broke it all down and separated it out. So to be able to get it for $49.95, I'm basically spending a couple of, up to a couple of hours with you, going over your history.
Yeah.
So it's really a great deal. The button is right on my homepage. Just go click it, you fill it out, and schedule your appointment and come in, and we'll get you going.
Well, very good. Okay, so now we talked about a few other things like, stress and pain relief. It's also sleep issues you were mentioning.
We can help you with that.
Migraines.
Yep.
What about issues with the skin? Is there anything with the skin that it helps?
Yeah, so it really just helps to plump it up. It's
Okay.
not going to be anything like an invasive treatment would be able to do.
Right.
But if you're looking for a little lift, you're looking for a little glow, it will definitely help. And then if you need a little bit more, that's when we move to the Secret. And the Secret has the radio frequency and the microneedling, which we can get those channels open and really create some lift. So it's much more significant. It really helps with the lines. And then we just use the red light to heal it and help boost that collagen along with it. It's just complementary with each other.
Yeah, and that's wonderful because as we age, our bodies lose collagen and actually slow down in the collagen production.
Exactly. So we need to keep it going.
Yeah.
Desperately.
Yes.
That's how I felt about it anyway.
So now people will go in. Oh, and even you were talking with Cindy before the show that you had somebody that was dealing with neuropathy. And that's quite painful.
It is very painful. And she's not in the late stages. We did have a gentleman come into Kramer Wellness the other day who was in the late stages. And I saw his legs and I just brought out the red light panel. He was doing an ionic foot bath and put the face panel over his legs because it's big enough, and just trying to help because it can help. And his, you can see that the discoloration in his legs was making it very painful and very difficult for him to walk. And so Wendy's just trying to keep him walking.
Yeah.
Other people who are in the earlier stages, we can really have an impact because it's exciting the nerves. It's getting the blood flowing. The Beamer will push all of that oxygen into those capillaries that have not seen oxygen in a very long time. So it can really keep you going and keep you active.
That's wonderful. So now what is the Beamer exactly?
So Beamer,
I know.
But it's PEMF technology. It was basically created for the astronauts with NASA. When they left the Earth, they weren't getting the magnetic charge that they needed, so they were getting sick. Beamer replicates that because we've rubberized our feet, so we're not really connected to the Earth that much either. If you've heard of grounding, people go outside, walk on the beach, that kind of thing. It's a great way to do it, but this is like a supercharged version of that.
And you're laying on a pad, so you don't necessarily, I actually feel a slight tingle.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, but it's not much of a sensation. So, but
no, because when you first go, you don't want to overdo it. It does stimulate your nerves, so you don't want to push somebody too far, too fast. So I usually put them on a program that starts slow and then works their way up so that it's nice and gentle and it's progressive.
So now packages are wonderful when somebody is trying to achieve a certain goal, as in weight loss, or maybe they are diabetic and they have, an issue with neuropathy. But what if you have a stressed out mom and just every now and then she wants a session? Would you do that just for someone that feels?
Absolutely. Yeah, we absolutely have single sessions.
Okay.
That's not an issue at all.
Yeah. So somebody can feel a little stressed and they just need the me time.
Yeah.
And you give them that me
that was
time.
the same situation. There was a younger lady there doing a foot bath, and I could tell she was stressed. She was talking about some things going, that's the conversation room at Kramer Wellness is the ionic foot bath.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I said, why don't you come back? Let's see what we can do. And it just really transformed her. I was really happy with the results. And she just was like, I feel so peaceful. I feel so good. She was in a really stressful situation. So, it's nice.
I'm glad you did that.
Yeah.
And I almost forgot. I can't believe it. You have a party coming up.
I do have a party.
We love to have parties here on the Treasure Coast and in Vero Beach. We ladies, we're professionals when it comes to having a good time. We know how to party. This is a mud party. What is it and when? 2 minutes? All right, you have 60 seconds to tell me about the mud party.
Okay. So the mud party is all about the Dead Sea and the minerals that are in that. And so we put that all over our face. It's a self-facial situation. So you're going to come in, you're going to have access to all of these wonderful Dead Sea products that offer minerals that will be absorbed through the skin and are healthy. At the same time, we're going to be educating you about what other products have that aren't good for your skin or for your health in general. So it's a great educational class. We're going to have wine, we're going to have fruit, we're going to have cheese, and then we're going to have the owner of Aura Vita mineral products come up for the class. She teaches the whole class. It's a lot of fun. You're going to get to try the products, and it's just a good time, and it's totally free.
Yeah, you mentioned Prosecco in the text, so I'm sorry. I'm holding it to you because you had me at Prosecco.
Absolutely.
I have maybe 2 or 3 friends in this world. Could you believe it? But I'm going to get
if I buy that.
Yeah, I am going to I'm going to try to get a girl Taraj together. Cindy raised one finger saying, yes, add me to the list. No, she gave me the 1 minute. And that's to actually get me to please stop talking.
Okay.
I would love an extra hour. She won't do it for me. But thank you, Tricia, for being on the show yet again.
Thank you for having me.
This is already very popular, your place. It's only going to continue to be so. And for everyone listening and watching, go to Red Vero. I hope you have a safe, wonderful, productive week. Until next week, I miss you already.